52 Chinese warships cross median line. 34 American vessels respond. 240 miles of ocean about to become contested waters. 12,800 sailors on both sides have minutes to decide if deterrence failed or diplomacy survives. What was decades of careful balance just shattered when someone crossed line that everyone agreed existed, but nobody defined precisely. September 22nd, 1:47 a.m., Philippine Sea, 190 miles east of Taiwan. USS Ronald Reagan Carrier Strike Group conducts Freedom of Navigation Patrol, international waters, legal operation, standard mission, 3 Arleigh Burke destroyers, 2 Ticonderoga cruisers, 1 carrier with 67 aircraft. 6,400 American sailors, routine deployment, until People's Liberation Army Navy decides otherwise. Chinese forces been watching closely. Satellites tracked Reagan for weeks. Maritime patrol aircraft monitored movements. Submarines shadowed from distance. They know exact position, speed, course, escort composition. This isn't accident. This is planned operation with clear objective. Test American resolve. Assert Chinese control over waters Beijing claims as Xi's strategic zone. Push boundaries. See if Washington pushes back or backs down. At 2:12 a.m., Chinese fleet departs multiple ports simultaneously. Hainan, Guangdong, Fujian. 52 warships total, not patrol boats, major combatants, 7 Type 055 destroyers, China's newest, 12,000 tons displacement, YJ-18 anti-ship missiles. Range, 340 miles. 12 Type 052D destroyers, 7,000 tons, 23 frigates and corvettes, plus submarines, at least 5 Type 039 diesel-electric boats. This is Armada with mission, not exercise, not drill. Operation. What's your assessment? Type A for Chinese bluff. Type B for serious confrontation. Type C for shooting war starting. American surveillance detects movement at 2:34 a.m. Satellites track departures. P-8 Poseidon aircraft monitor from safe distance. Reagan strike group goes to heightened alert. Not general quarters. Not combat stations yet, but ready. Fighter aircraft on deck armed and fueled. Pilots in ready rooms. Destroyers at modified readiness. All weapon systems hot. Every radar scanning continuously. Chinese fleet converges at 4:47 a.m. 52 ships forming battle formation 220 miles west of Reagan. They're not hiding. Active radars broadcasting. Communications open. Broadcasting on international channels. All vessels. This is People's Liberation Army Navy. You are approaching Chinese security zone. Turn back immediately. International waters. No legal Chinese security zone here. Message is political, not legal. Territorial claim not recognized internationally. Reagan Strike Group Commander radios back at 4:52 a.m. This is USS Ronald Reagan. We are conducting lawful operations in international waters. We will not alter course. Polite but firm. Clear. America isn't backing down from legal operations. Chinese commander responds, "You have been warned. Consequences are your responsibility." Classic standoff. Neither side blinking, both steaming toward each other, distance closing. If you want to understand modern great power naval confrontation, hit that subscribe button now. At 5:34 a.m., Chinese fleet increases speed to 28 knots, closing distance aggressively. Range now 190 miles. American destroyers track every ship. Fire control radars paint targets. Missiles ready. Not targeting yet. Not locked. But ready to engage within seconds if ordered. Tension building exponentially. Both fleets advancing. Neither turning away. Distance decreasing. Chinese submarines detected at 5:47 a.m. American SSN-774 Virginia-class attack submarine tracks Type 039. Range 14 miles. American boat quieter, better sensors. Chinese submarine doesn't know it's being tracked yet. Second Chinese submarine detected at 6:02 a.m., third at 6:18 a.m. Total, 5 Chinese submarines identified. Positioned between surface fleets. Classic ambush formation. American submarines tracking all of them. Can kill them within minutes if ordered. Don't fire yet. Rules of engagement clear. Self-defense only, but weapons ready. At 6:47 a.m., Chinese surface fleet reaches 170 miles from Reagan, critical range. YJ-18 missiles effective to 340 miles theoretically, but hit probability increases dramatically under 200 miles. Chinese destroyer radars go active. Fire control mode. They're painting Reagan Group, not friendly surveillance. Targeting. American Aegis systems detect immediately. Threat warning throughout fleet. This is provocation. Dangerous one. Reagan Strike Group responds proportionally. Launches 16 F-18 Super Hornets, armed with AGM-158C LRASM anti-ship missiles. Each fighter carries 2 missiles, 32 LRASMs total. Range 200+ miles. Fighters climb to 35,000 feet. Position between fleets. Show of force. Message clear. You can target us. We can target you. But we have air superiority. Advanced missiles. Better training. Escalation favors America. Subscribe to see how this unprecedented confrontation resolves without shooting. At 7:12 a.m., Chinese launch their own fighters. 28 J-15 carrier fighters from Shandong and Fujian carriers, operating independently from main fleet, now converging, armed with PL-15 air-to-air missiles. Range, 150 miles. Mission, contest American air superiority. Protect Chinese surface fleet. Demonstrate presence. 28 Chinese versus 16 American fighters. Numerical advantage China. Technology advantage America. Training advantage America decisively. American E-2D Hawkeye detects J-15s at 7:34 a.m. Range 200 miles. Tracks all 28 aircraft. Reagan launches additional 20 F-18s. Now 36 American fighters versus 28 Chinese. Numerical parity achieved. But American fighters have better missiles, better radar, better training. AIM-120D AMRAAM range, 100 miles. Superior to PL-15 in most scenarios. Pilots train 300+ hours annually. Chinese pilots 180 hours. Experience gap matters. At 8:02 a.m., aircraft from both sides are 80 miles apart. Closing. Both sides' radars painting each other. Target locks acquired. Weapons hot. Pilots waiting for orders. Authorization to engage. Nobody fires yet, but fingers on triggers, one mistake, one miscalculation. Shooting war begins between nuclear powers. Stakes couldn't be higher. Tension unbearable. Chinese surface fleet continues advancing. Now 150 miles from Reagan. American destroyers USS Wayne Meyer and USS Milius move forward. Position themselves between carrier and Chinese fleet. Standard screening tactics. They're most exposed. Most likely to engage first if shooting starts. Both captains know this. Both ready. Both hoping orders never come. Give this video a like if you appreciate this level of tactical detail without sensationalism. At 8:34 a.m., Chinese Type 05 destroyer launches Decoy drone, small unmanned aircraft, simulates missile attack profile, tests American reaction time, tests fire discipline, Wayne E. Meyer radar detects it. Computer classifies as possible threat. Automated systems prepare to engage. Human operators override. Identify as decoy. Don't fire. Close call. Very close. Chinese testing, American responses, learning reaction times, engagement procedures. This is reconnaissance by provocation. Extremely dangerous game. Second decoy launches at 8:47 a.m. Third at 8:56 a.m. Chinese probing systematically. Each decoy provides data, American response times, radar signatures, weapons employment patterns. Eventually, someone might mistake decoy for real threat. Fire in perceived self-defense. Escalate accidentally to actual combat. Both sides playing with fire, literally. At 9:12 a.m., American Admiral orders halt. Reagan Group stops advancing. Maintains position. Message to Chinese. We're not retreating but not escalating. Your move. Chinese fleet continues another 15 minutes, then also stops. Range, 135 miles between fleets. Both holding position, neither backing down, neither attacking. Standoff established. Nobody won, nobody lost, but nobody shot yet. Aircraft still circling. 36 American F-18s, 28 Chinese J-15s, range now 50 miles. Visual range with good sensors. Pilots see each other's formations on radar. Intercept courses calculated. Engagement solutions ready. Missiles armed. Both sides waiting for shoot order that hopefully never comes. Professional warriors trained to fight, also trained to not fight unless absolutely necessary. Discipline holding, barely. At 9:47 a.m., Hotline activates. Washington to Beijing, Secretary of Defense to Chinese Defense Minister. Conversation brief, blunt, frank. American position: we're in international waters. Conducting lawful operations, will not be intimidated. Chinese position: you're in our security zone. Operating provocatively, must withdraw. Neither side concedes, but both agree implicitly, avoid shooting, for now. Talking while not fighting is progress. Minimal progress, but something. This is how great power confrontation actually works in nuclear age. Make sure you're subscribed. At 10:23 a.m., both sides begin de-escalation. Not coordinated, not negotiated. Parallel, unilateral decisions. Chinese fighters turn back toward carriers. American fighters maintain position, but reduce altitude. Less threatening posture. Chinese surface ships reduce speed. American destroyers do same. Nobody retreating, both easing tension. Professional military officers on both sides recognizing brink when they see it, choosing not to cross. By 11 on IEM, aircraft separating. Range increases to 100 miles, then 140 miles. By noon, fighters returning to carriers, landing, refueling, rearming, but remaining ready. Surface fleets maintain standoff, 135 miles apart, both still at heightened alert, radars active, weapons ready, but immediate crisis passing. Nobody died today, nobody shot, deterrence held, barely. At 2:00 p.m., after 12 hours confrontation, both sides assess situation. Chinese deployed 52 warships, 28 fighters, 5 submarines, close to 135 miles from American carrier, tested response, probed defenses, demonstrated capability to mass forces. America deployed 1 carrier group, 36 fighters, submarines, maintained position, refused to retreat, called Chinese bluff. Both sides demonstrated resolve. Neither fired shot. Crisis management worked, by thinnest margin. Casualties, 0. Shots fired, 0. But this was combat, psychological, electronic, tactical. Both militaries engaged fully, both tested thoroughly, both learned. Chinese learned American defenders won't retreat from legal operations, won't be intimidated by numbers, will defend positions with force if necessary. America learned Chinese capable of coordinating large fleet operations, will take risks, push boundaries, test limits repeatedly. Share this analysis with anyone trying to understand modern great power competition dynamics. International reaction immediate and divided. Japan condemns Chinese aggression, expresses support for freedom of navigation. South Korea concerned about regional stability. Australia backs American position, reaffirms alliance. Philippines worried about spillover. Indonesia calls for restraint from all parties. European Union issues statement supporting international law. Russia quietly pleased. Anything dividing Western attention from Ukraine helps Moscow. Economic impact swift. Asian stock markets drop 3%. Shipping insurance rates increase 40% for Taiwan straight routes. Container ships begin rerouting, adding 2 days to voyages. Supply chains disrupted. Semiconductor companies worried. Taiwan produces 65% world's advanced chips. Conflict threatens global electronic supply. Tech stocks fall 5% in 1 day. Markets hate uncertainty. Confrontation creates massive uncertainty. At 6:00 p.m., both fleets still in position. Chinese haven't withdrawn. Americans haven't retreated. New normal established. Chinese fleet 135 miles west. American carrier group holding position. Both sides rotating aircraft. Maintaining patrols. Continuous presence. This isn't temporary. This is new reality. Contested waters. permanent tension. Both knowing next incident inevitable. Question is when, and whether next time shooting starts. Chinese media declares victory, forced American carrier to stop advancing, defended Chinese interests, protected security zone. American media reports standing firm, refused intimidation, maintained freedom of navigation. Both sides claim success. Both partially right, neither won decisively. Standoff continues. If you made it this far, you understand modern naval confrontation better than most? Like subscribe, hit that bell. Military analysts study engagement intensely. Chinese demonstrated impressive coordination. 52 warships operating together. Good logistics, improving command and control. But weaknesses revealed. Submarines detected easily. Aircraft inferior to American fighters. Relied on numbers, not quality. American analysis shows strengths and concerns. Strengths: superior sensors detected all threats. Better aircraft dominated potential air combat. Aegis defense formidable. Concerns: Chinese have numbers. 52 ships versus 34. Volume matters if shooting starts. Cannot ignore quantity advantage. Strategic implications reshape regional calculations. Taiwan watches nervously. Chinese fleet demonstrated ability to surround island, cut sea lanes, blockade possible without invasion. Japan increases defense spending, accelerates military modernization. South Korea hedges, maintains alliance with America, improves relations with China. Cannot afford choosing sides definitively. Philippines strengthens defense cooperation with US, allows more bases, more exercises. The first direct clash demonstrated both sides capable of restraint. Professional militaries on both sides, trained officers, disciplined crews. When confrontation occurred, chose not to shoot, chose talking over fighting, chose standing firm over backing down, but also over escalating. This time restraint worked. Question is whether restraint survives repeated confrontations. Each incident increases risk. Each crisis tests patience. Eventually someone miscalculates. Eventually shooting starts. Today wasn't that day. Tomorrow might be. Technology comparison reveals concerning gaps, but not overwhelming. Chinese YJ-18 anti-ship missile, Mach 3 terminal phase, 340-mile range, 300 kiloliter warhead, serious weapon. American SM-6 interceptor can engage it, but not 100% kill rate, maybe 70%. Fire 50 YJ-18s, 15 get through. Enough to damage carrier significantly. American LRASM, subsonic, stealthy, AI-enabled targeting, 200-plus mile range. Chinese defense is less capable, maybe 45% intercept rate. Exchange slightly favors America, but not decisively one-sided. Both can hurt each other badly. Training gap more significant than equipment gap. American carrier operations perfected over decades. Pilots train 300-plus hours annually. Maintenance exceptional. Readiness rates 75%. Chinese carrier operations newer. Developing capability. Pilots have 180 hours annual training. Maintenance improving but not American standard. Readiness maybe 60%. Experience gap matters significantly in complex operations, but gap narrowing yearly. Chinese learning rapidly. Numbers matter critically. China operates 3 carriers. America has 11, but only 2 to 3 in Western Pacific typically at any time. China builds ships faster, commissions 6 to 8 major combatants annually. America builds 2 to 3. In 10 years, regional balance shifts further toward China. America has quality advantage currently. China has quantity advantage growing. Neither decisive alone. Both matter in prolonged conflict. Submarine warfare remains American decisive advantage. Virginia-class, boats quietest in world. Chinese cannot detect them effectively. Type 039 diesel electrics, noisy by comparison. American submarines hear them easily. In underwater domain, America dominates completely. Can sink Chinese surface fleet systematically if war starts. Chinese know this. Major vulnerability drives massive investment in anti-submarine warfare. But progress slow. American lead substantial and enduring. Diplomatic implications complicate everything. Every confrontation requires explaining to allies, reassuring partners, coordinating responses, managing expectations, exhausting politically, but necessary. Alliance maintenance costs, but multiplies power. China operates more independently. Fewer allies requiring consultation. Simpler command structure, but also means fighting alone if war comes. American alliance system is strength and burden simultaneously. Domestic politics affect posture significantly. American public supports defending freedom of navigation initially. Clear principle. But support erodes if casualties occur without clear victory. Media questions costs. Congress demands answers. Democratic accountability limits sustained operations without results. Chinese domestic politics different. Communist Party controls narrative, can sustain operations longer without public pressure, but economic costs still matter. Cannot ignore business community wanting stability. Economic interdependence complicates military confrontation. American and Chinese economies deeply intertwine. $690 billion annual trade, supply chains integrated, technological cooperation extensive. War would devastate both economies. Recession certain, depression possible, leaders know this. Creates powerful incentive for restraint, but also creates vulnerability. Each side can weaponize economic ties, sanctions, export controls, currency manipulation, economic warfare parallel to military confrontation. Nuclear weapons overshadow everything. Both sides possess nuclear arsenals. China's smaller but sufficient for deterrence. Any confrontation risks escalation to nuclear exchange. Unthinkable but possible. Creates ultimate constraint on military action, but also creates risk of miscalculation. Assumption that nuclear weapons prevent war might encourage conventional aggression. Believing other side won't respond decisively. Dangerous assumption. Nuclear deterrence stabilizes when both sides cautious. Destabilizes when one side overconfident. Regional order at stake fundamentally. American-led system dominated Asia-Pacific since 1945. Freedom of navigation, open seas, international law, Chinese challenge question structure, Beijing wants regional hegemony, sphere of influence, incompatible visions, set stage for repeated confrontations. The human element reveals true nature. USS Wayne E. Meyer weapons officer had finger on launch button for 7 hours. Waited for permission that never came. Relief mixed with disappointment. Avoiding combat was victory. Feels like postponement. Chinese Type 0 Thief Captain commanded lead vessel. 135 miles from carrier. Could reach. Computer recommended firing first. Beijing denied. Orders, intimidate not attack. Mission successful by metrics. Feels like failure. Accomplished nothing except mutual recognition of capability for destruction. American F-18 pilot tracked Chinese J-15's entire 4-hour patrol. Lock tone steady, never press button. Professional courtesy, both sides. Nobody wants World War III. Next time might be different. Eventually somebody will. Wars start from misunderstandings. Chinese submarine commander achieved position 14 miles from American destroyer. Could have fired torpedo, 70% hit probability at that range. Destroyer sinks. Then American submarines kill his boat. Mutual destruction. He has wife, 2 children, ages 8 and 5. His crew has families, 48 men. Die for demonstration? For intimidation requiring not shooting? Maintain position. Didn't close further. Didn't fire. Professional decision, also personal. War isn't abstract. It's 48 families destroyed for political objective achieved or not achieved. The clash ended without shots fired, but precedent established. Both sides now know others' capabilities. Both tested, both ready. Next confrontation will reference this one. Another September situation? The standoff becomes baseline. Template for crisis management. Precedent for how far each side will go. Limits tested, boundaries established. Through tension, through risk, through luck, nobody shot. First direct clash survived. Question is whether second, third, fourth clashes survive, or whether repeated dice rolls eventually come up snake eyes. Professional restraint work today. Tomorrow depends on luck as much as training.